Welcome to another session in this course. We are going to be looking at the common aggregate functions in MySQL. Majority of the time, you are going to be doing a lot of aggregation while working with your data. So the common ones are the sum function, the average function, minimum function, maximum function, and the count function. We are going to be seeing how you can use all of these functions inside this particular lesson. Let us get at it. When we run this syntax, we are going to be having everything in the order table. However, if you look at the order values column, where we record the amount paid for the orders, we can actually get the sum, and then we can get the average, we can get the minimum value, the maximum value, and so on and so forth. We can get the total of all of these order values. And to do that, we use the sum functions. Sum functions, so order value, and then when we run this, it is going to give us the total of all the other values. So this is our first aggregate function we are using. These values are a little bit long, so let us round this up. We use the round function. We want to round it off to 2 decimal places, and then if we run it, have this. If you look at the column header, it says round sum. We don't want this, so we can just call this as total value. Let's put underscore, and then let's run it, and you can see total value here. Let's look for the average, and then the same other value. This time we call it as average. Let's run it, and then we have it like this. You can also round it off to 2 decimal places. And let's move on to minimum value. So the minimum value will tell us the minimum amount that was paid for the orders. Let's call it the minimum order. So the minimum. And let's run it. Then we have the minimum, which is 5.1, and we can do the same thing for maximum. So order value, and then we call it as maximum. This is how we can calculate our aggregate values in MySQL. The last one I will be talking about is the count function. The count function will actually give us the total number of rows or the total number of records in a particular column. So if I say count all, this particular one, count star, will actually give us the total number of rows in this particular table. I can say as total records. If I click on this, you can see that we have 194 as total records. Maximum is 800. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification icon, and like our video until we meet in the next one.